Magandang araw. So let us proceed to our module number 2 with the lesson title of Limits of Functions. So let us define our objectives for today: to define limits of functions and familiarize the theorems, and to evaluate the limit of functions. Okay. So actually, this limits of functions is hindi nalalayo sa evaluating of functions. But then, ang gagawin lang natin is to give a limit for that evaluation of functions. So, the definition of a limit, when we say limit, so let f of x be a function of x and let a be constant. If there is a number L such that in order to make the value f of x as close to L as may be desired, it is sufficient to choose x close enough to a but different from a, then we say that the limit of f of x as x approaches a is L. Okay, so ibig sabihin, ito lang siya na when we write this is the limit of function of x where x approaches a is equal to L. Okay? So, therefore, yung limit niya is the value of L. Okay, so ganun lang siya. But later on, maiintindihan natin siya with having examples. In finding the limit of given expressions, the first step is to substitute the value of a. If the computed value is defined, then that is the limit. If not, then the property may be tried. Okay, so here, inisasabi ko sa inyo na hindi siya nalalayo sa ating evaluating of functions kasi ang gagawin nyo lang is to substitute the approaching value of x. Okay, dun sa given function natin. So, like for example, this one. Considering that limit of 3x plus 1 as x approaches 2. So therefore, 3x plus 1 and the constant a, which x will approach is 2. Ibig sabihin, kanina, meron na tayong value ng, may ginagamit tayong x approaches a. Ngayon, nagbibigay na siya ng value niya. X approaches 2. Okay? So, yun lang siya. Then, to determine the limit of f of x as x approaches 2, we will find the value of f of x. Okay, as x approaches 2 from the left and as x approaches 2 from the right. So, when we say the term approaches, ibig sabihin papunta. Okay, papalapit siya sa value ng 2. So, therefore, pwede tayong mag-assume na like for example, when we say left and right kasi, okay, diba, here, let's use this table. We are using 2. Ibig sabihin, approaching daw siya kay 2. And when we say left and right-handed, this is the left, okay, of course. Ito, yung nasa left side na to. And then, this is the right. Okay. Ito kasing approaching 2 natin na to is that meron kang values before 2 na, like for example, 1.6, malapit siya kay 2, diba? Papunta siya kay 2. Then 1.7, papunta rin siya kay 2. 1.95, papunta kay 2. 1.999999 and so on. Papunta pa rin siya kay 2. Pero approaching 2 lang tayo. That is the left-handed. Okay, that is the left hand. While the right hand naman, malapit pa rin kay 2. Paano kung halimbawa papunta siya? Like for example, 2.0001. Okay? Ibang value pa rin yun. Pero hindi siya saktong 2. Okay? And then, approaching 2 din siya. Okay, kahit mas malaki siya kay 2, pero approaching pa rin siya habang bumababa siya. Okay, so 2.0009, 2.1, 2.3, 2.4 is part of it. Okay, so ibig sabihin, yun yung nasa right natin. Okay, so this table shows that when x is near 2, whether a little less or a little greater than 2, okay, f of x is equal to 3x plus 1 is nearer 7. Okay, so kung mapapansin din natin, yung mga nagiging sagot niya, ito 5.8, medyo malayo na, 6.1, 6.850. Pag yan, ni-round off natin, magiging 7. 6.997, pag ni-round off, magiging 7. 7.027, pag nag-round off 7. 7.3, pag nag-round off 7. Okay? Pero ito medyo malayo na rin tayo dyan. Okay? So, therefore, actually, ang mga ginagamit dito sa left and right hand is that yung malapit lang talaga. As in, ito, yung mga part na to. yung 1.95, 1.96, 1.97, o kaya naman 1.9998, 1.997, 1.996. Ganun. And then, dito naman, kay 2 natin is 2.001, 2.01, 2.02. Okay? So, yun yung mga ginagamit natin para medyo malapit yung makuha natin na sagot. Okay? So, para makita rin natin kung tama bang 7 yan, let's use this one. Paano kapag tayo ay sinubstitute natin? So, 3x plus 1. Pag sinubstitute natin si 2, 3 times 2 plus 1. So, simplifying this, 3 times 2 is 6 plus 1. This is 7. Okay, so kung mapapansin natin, 7, 7, 7. Diba? Magkakalapit siya. Okay? So, ganun lang siya. But then, here, we have this what we call the theorems on limits. Okay. So, we shall need theorems to evaluate the limits of a functions. Okay, of course, meron tayong dapat sundan. Okay, paano kasi kung halimbawa hindi naman tayo makakapag-substitute, ano yung pwede nating maging sagot? Okay, so first one is ito yung pinakamadali. The limit of a constant is equal to the constant itself. Like for example, wala kang given na value ng walang given na x, pero may approaching value sa x. Like for example, this one, limit of 2. Okay? We have limit of 2 as x approaches 1. May nakita ka bang x na kasama si 2 sa function? Wala, diba? So, ibig sabihin, wala kang paglalagyan or wala kang sasubstitutean ng value. So, therefore, the answer is already the constant itself or the 2. Okay? So, again, another one is limit of 5 as x approaches 0. Since wala ulit siyang kasamang x, therefore, the answer is 5. Okay? So, ito yung pinakamadali, the constant theorem. The next naman natin is the theorem 2, the limit of a variable x as x approaches a, constant a, is equal to a. Of course, kung x lang naman yung makikita natin doon, therefore, kung ano yung value ni x, yun na yung magiging, natin, limit natin. Okay? So, like for example, limit of x as x approaches 1. So, kung isa-substitute natin yung value ni x na 1, therefore, the answer is 1. Okay? So, here naman, we have limit of x squared as x approaches 1. So, again, ang gagawin lang is to substitute. So, therefore, parang may mali dito. Okay? So, syempre, papalitan lang natin siya. So, this one is 1 raised to 2. So, 1 squared is just 1. So, this is now your final answer. Okay? So, parang namali lang dito. Technical error lang yan. Typo lang yan. Okay? So, this is the answer. 1. Okay. Next naman natin is, of course, kung sa evaluating ng function, meron tayong plus, minus, multiplication, and division. Of course, in limits, meron din yan. Okay? So, the limit of the sum, algebraic sum, of two or more functions is equal to the sum of their limits. Okay? So, ibig sabihin, perform nyo lang yung ating constant and identity rule. Okay? So, therefore, yun lang di kalalabasan natin. So, like for example, this one, limit of x squared plus 5 as x approaches to, what you're going to do is to separate each of them. Okay? Paghiwalayin nyo lang siya. Kuhanin nyo lang yung limit per term. Okay? So, like for example, this one, magkakaroon tayo ng limit of x squared plus 5. So, paghiwalayin natin siya, magiging limit of x squared as x approaches to, and then plus limit of 5 as x approaches to. So, here, since this is an identity rule or theorem number 2 natin, substitute lang natin yung value or approaching value ni x, which is 2. So, we have 2 squared. Okay? So, we have 2 squared, and 2 squared is equal to 4 plus, then, limit of 5 as x approaches 2. Since this is a constant, kopyahin lang natin constant. Then, simplifying this, 4 plus 5 is equal to 9. Okay? So, ganun lang siya kadali. Then, next naman natin is example 3.2. We have limit of 3x squared plus 4x as x approaches 1. Again, separate lang natin. Kuhanin natin yung separate limit of each term. So, we will be having limit of 3x squared as x approaches 1 plus limit of 4x as x approaches 1. So, this one, palitan lang natin siya. Yung 3, kopyahin, constant. Then, yung x natin, palitan natin ng 1. Then, naka-square. 3 times 1 squared is just equal to 3. Then, here, 4 times 1 is 4. So, 3 plus 4 is 7. So, yan yung magiging sagot natin. Okay? So, dito, sa theorem number 3 natin, itong plus can also be minus. Okay? So, kapag nag-minus siya, there, syempre, ma-minusin nyo lang din siya. Okay? So, yun lang. Then, next naman natin is the limit of the product of two or more functions is equal to the product of their limits. Again, ang gagawin lang natin is to distribute, then you have to get the product or i-multiply lang natin siya. Okay, so let us have this one. Limit of 3x squared multiplied by 2x minus 7. So kung mapapansin natin, we have parang let's say this is A and then this is B. So, pero meron natin siyang pinag-multiply A times B. Okay? Again, pag-iwalayin lang. Limit of 3x squared multiplied by the limit of 2x minus 7 as x approaches 4. So, you will just substitute the given value of x or the approaching value of x, which is 4. So, we will be having 3 times 4 squared. Okay, so sulatan ko to. We have 3 times 4 squared is 16. Then, multiplied by, ito naman, 2 times 4. Tama ba? Yes, 2 times 4 minus 7. Then, simplifying this more further, 3 times 16 is 48. Then, 2 times 4 is 8 minus 7 is 1. So, 48 times 1 is just 48. So, therefore, this is our final answer. Okay? And then, next naman natin is the theorem 5. Of course, if we have product, meron din tayong quotient. Okay? Or the division. The limit of the quotient of two fractions is equal to their limits, provided that the limit of the denominator should not be equal to 0. Okay, take note of this. Denominator is not 0. Okay, wala tayong value na 0 sa denominator kasi yan ay undefined. Okay, wala tayong value. Ibig sabihin, kapag nalagay niyo yan sa calculator, math error. Okay, so evaluate limit of x cubed minus 4 over 2x minus 1. Ito siya. Again, paghiwalayin lang natin, separate lang natin siya. So, therefore, we will be having limit of x cubed minus 4 as x approaches 3 over limit of 2x minus 1 as x approaches 3. So, therefore, nagkakaroon lang tayo dito ng, okay, so x natin is 3, 3 cubed minus 4 over 2 times 3 minus 1. Okay, 3 times 3 cubed is 3 times 3, 9 times 3 is 27, minus 4 over 2 times 3 is 6, minus 1. Simplifying this, 27 minus 4 is 23, over 6 minus 1 is 5. So, therefore, this is your final answer. Okay, so, for example, 5.2, you try this, kasi ang gagawin lang naman dito ay to substitute. Okay? Okay, now, let us use this 5.3. Okay, so here we have limit of x cubed minus x squared plus x minus 6 over x minus 2 as x approaches 2. So, kung papansinin natin, let's substitute agad dun sa denominator. Okay. So, pag nag-substitute tayo sa denominator, that will be 2 minus 2, which is equal to 0. Okay. Yung numerator, walang problema kahit mag-0 yan eh. Pero yung pagdating sa denominator, yan yung iniiwasan natin. Hindi natin pwedeng maging 0 si denominator. So therefore, dito na tayo mag-a-apply ngayon ng mga pwede nating gamitin. Okay? So, like for example, yung napag-aralan natin synthetic division. Okay? So, gagamitin na natin siya. We have here x cubed minus x squared plus x minus 6 over x minus 2. Actually, pagdating dito sa limits, hindi naman ibig sabihin na kung ano yung binigay sa inyo ay yun lang yung gagawin nyo. Pwede nyo siyang i-simplify before kayo mag-proceed sa evaluation. Okay? So, like for example, dito, x minus 2. E try na natin. Baka pwede naman pala kasi yung ano natin, diba, synthetic division. Paikliin natin siya para makuha natin siya. Okay? So, we have 2 divided by, sorry. So, ang gagawin lang natin dito is to get the coefficients, diba? We have coefficient ng x cubed is 1. Coefficient ng negative x squared is negative 1. Coefficient ng x is 1. Then, coefficient ng constant is negative 6. Okay? Then, we have, kopyahin lang daw natin si 1. Okay, bring down. 1 times 2 is 2. Negative 1 times 2 is 1. Then, 1 times 2 is 2. Then, 1 plus 2 is 3. Then 3 times 2 is 6. Negative 6 plus 6 is 0. So therefore, ang makukuha na natin dito na sagot is, again, palitan lang, ang bababaan lang natin yung ating original from 3, magiging 2 na lang siya. So x squared plus x plus 3. So therefore, ito pala, yung mahaba na to na naka-fraction, pag dinivide natin siya, ito na yung kalalabasan. Okay? So therefore, pwede na natin siyang isulat as limit of x squared plus x plus 3 as x approaches to. O, diba? Yung mahaba na naka-fraction, pwede na pala siyang paikliin. So, pwede na natin ngayon siyang i-evaluate. O, palitan na natin. Substitute lang natin value ni x, which is 2 squared plus 2 plus 3. So, simplifying this, 2 squared is 4 plus 2 plus 3. So, we have 4 plus 2 is 6 plus 3, this is 9. So, therefore, this is now our final answer. O, diba? Same goes here. Alright? So, pwede naman kung ayaw nyo mag-synthetic division is to factor out. Okay? Mag-factor out kayo dun sa x cubed minus x squared plus x minus 6. Okay? Pwede yun. Wala namang problema dun. Okay? So, another one here, we have to evaluate limit of x squared plus 4x minus 21 over x squared minus 4x plus 3. Okay. So, again, try nyo muna yung denominator, kung siya ba ay mag-0 or hindi. Kapag hindi nag-0, then proceed. Pag nag-0 naman, we have to try another method kung paano natin siyang matatanggal as indeterminate. Okay. So, palitan lang natin or substitute natin, magiging 3 squared minus 4 times 3 plus 3. 3 squared is 9 minus 4 times 3 is 12 plus 3. 9 minus 12 is negative 3 plus 3. This is 0. Okay, so therefore, hindi pwede. Okay, so we have to try. Okay, so ito, pwede natin gawin is to get the factors. Okay, factor out natin siya. Okay, so we have x squared plus 4x minus 21 over x squared minus 4x plus 3. Again, dapat kabisado nyo na or dapat master nyo na kung paanong mag-factor out. Okay? So, napag-aralan naman na natin before yan, kaya dapat hindi kinakalimutan kung ano yung mga pinag-aralan natin. Okay. So, here, ito yung numerator natin, pwede daw natin yan i-factor out as x minus 3 then multiplied by x plus 7. Okay, over. O, itong nasa baba naman, factorable din siya. Pwede pala natin siyang isulat as x minus 3 multiplied by x minus 1. So, kung mapapansin natin, meron kang x minus 3 sa taas, may x minus 3 ka rin sa baba. Okay, so therefore, ang natira na lang ay ito, si x plus 7 over x minus 1. At kung yan na lang natitira, pwede na natin isulat as limit of x plus 7 over x minus 1 as x approaches 3. Okay? And then, substitute lang tayo. We have 3 plus 7 over 3 minus 1. Sorry, this is 1. 3 minus 1. So then, evaluating, 3 plus 7 is 10 over 3 minus 2 is, 3 minus 1 is 2. Then, simplifying this, 10 over 2 is 5. So, this is now your final answer. Okay. Gaya nga ng sabi natin, sa mathematics, lahat may solution. Okay. So, that is one of the solutions na pwede nating gawin para makuha natin yung sagot. Okay. And here, evaluating this, we have limit of square root of x minus 2 over x minus 4. Okay, again, by trying this, check natin siya. Okay, denominator. So, upon substituting the value of x or the approaching value of x na 4, 4 minus 4 is 0. So, therefore, hindi pwede. Okay, indeterminate. So, another solution we can use is the term rationalization. Okay, we have to rationalize the numerator by multiplying both the numerator and denominator by its yung kabaliktaran niya na sign. Okay? So, ito, ang gagawin lang natin is to multiply. Okay, we rationalize the numerator by multiplying both the numerator and denominator by square root of x plus 2. Pero ito, ginagamit lang to kapag meron kayong square root or meron kayong radical. Okay? Pag hindi siya radical, ibig sabihin, pwede kayong gumamit ng factorization. Okay? O kaya naman synthetic division. Pero kung ganito na meron kang radical na nakikita, ang gagawin nyo lang is to multiply it ng kabaligtaran na sign. Okay? So, this one. Kung ang given sa atin is negative, ang imo-multiply mo naman is positive, both for the numerator and denominator. Okay? So, therefore, pag inayos natin yan, okay, sulatan lang natin. Okay. Ibig sabihin, we have square root of x minus 2 over x minus 4 multiplied by square root of x plus 2 over square root of x plus 2. Okay. Bakit both numerator and denominator? Kasi, ibig sabihin, you are just multiplying 1. Kasi, di ba, kapag pareho ang numerator at denominator, yan ay equal lang kay 1. Okay, so humanap lang tayo ng paraan para ma-multiply lang, mabago natin yung value niya na ang minumultiply lang is equivalent to 1. Okay, so this one, pag nag-ano tayo dito, nag-ayos tayo. Okay, so simplifying this, kung papansin nyo, this is another form of special products like a minus b is equal, multiplied by a plus b is equal to a squared minus b squared. So, therefore, i-square lang pala natin yung a and then b. So, kung ito yung a times a, square root of x times square root of x, di ba makakancel lang yan, matatanggal. So, therefore, magiging x. Then, minus b squared naman, 2 times 2 is 4. Over, ito, Hindi naman natin yan mapapalitan, diba? Or wag nyo na siyang pahirapan. Pwede nyo na siyang isulat as x minus 4 times square root of x plus 2. Okay. And then, kung mapapansin ninyo, you have x minus 4 sa taas, then x minus 4 sa baba. Okay. Ma'am, bakit po ito pwede? Kasi kapag yan nilagyan mo ng parenthesis, o ito, mareho na sila. Diba? So, therefore, ang natira na lang sa atin is 1 over square root of x plus 2. Okay, and then simplifying this, or getting the limit of this, okay, so sulatan na natin siya, limit of 1 over square root of x plus 2 as x approaches 4. Okay, then, kopyahin lang natin, substitute square root of x or square root of 4 plus 2, then 1 over square root of 4 is 2 plus 2. Simplifying this more further, we have 1/4. And this is now your final answer. Okay? So actually, for the STEM students or for the STEM graduates, ito ay napag-aralan nyo na during your basic calculus. Okay. And last one is the two special trigonometric limits. Okay. So this one is if angle A is measured in radians. Okay. Limit of sine alpha over alpha as alpha approaches 0 is equal to 1. Then, the theorem 7, limit of 1 minus cosine x over x as x approaches 0 is equal to 0. Okay, so here, to evaluate this, let's use this one. A limit of sine 3 theta over theta as theta approaches 0. So, kung mapapansin natin siya, that is from theorem 6. Okay? Theorem 6, kamukha niya na may sine, may theta, and then may nasa pareho lang alpha or yung kanyang angle lang din yung nasa denominator. So therefore, this one is just, okay, kopyahin lang natin siya, magiging limit of 3 sine 3 theta over 3 theta. Then, using that, di ba sabi nga natin, ito, sine alpha over alpha as alpha approaches 0 is equal to 1. So, therefore, ang pinagkaiba lang niya is may 3 tayo dito. Okay? May 3 na kasama. Ayan. So, kung may 3 na kasama, therefore, ang gagawin lang natin dyan is 3 times 1. Then, 3 times 1 is just equal to 3. Okay? So, yun lang. Yun nasa two special trigonometric limits natin. And for us to assess kung talaga bang naintindihan natin yung ating module for this day or for this second module natin, kindly answer this one, skill building activities. Okay, so answer activity 3 again in a long bond, this is a short bond paper to be passed next meeting. So that's all for this module. Thank you for listening and watching.